weeks against New England. Watson fires, and that will be with a flag caught. For the moment, a touchdown by Akins. In the pistol this time. Take it to Johnson, and Deshaun will keep it himself and take it to the end zone with 2:38. So now all of a sudden it's a 2-score game.
Second down and goal to go. Extra blockers. Fake to Johnson. Throw in the end zone. Caught by Fells. Touchdown. He beats Levine. And the Texans are on the board. 10-yard touchdown pass by Watson.
Is active, and he's in there right now on 3rd and 7, helping to protect Watson. Under a rush, he hits Randall Cobb for the touchdown. And he's in there right now on 3rd and 7, helping to protect Watson. Under a rush, he hits Randall Cobb for the touchdown. Catch and run for Cobb, and the Texans take the lead. Is astounding, Deshaun Watson. First and goal, handoff, Johnson cuts to the outside. Touchdown. David Johnson untouched. Texans add to their lead.
In for Harrison Smith in that secondary. Do they try and take advantage? Pass is caught. Touchdown Texans. Will Fuller.
You called it. George Iloka right there on that play. You saw Anthony Harris trying to direct him.
Today, the oldest to serve as a head coach in NFL history, surpassing George Halas, who coached at the age of 72. Watson wide open over the middle as Fells. Breakdown defensively, and Fells makes him pay. Touchdown, Houston. A 44-yard strike by Watson to Fells, and that was too easy for Houston.
There's David Johnson, and there is a stop at the line of scrimmage, and now we have the signal for a touchdown.
Should have done that on first down. Good run by Johnson.
Watson looking for room to run and throws toward the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Randall Cobb. 8:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Watson going to go deep, all the way down to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Will Fuller. 8:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. Watson going to go deep, all the way down to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Will Fuller.
Only 2 receptions for Fuller. 3rd and goal from the 6. Watson throws. This time the catch is made for Fuller, and he crosses the plane for a Texans touchdown.
Watson quickly scurries under the line of scrimmage. Hands off to Duke Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown.
Watson with a pump fake and a pass. Caught for the touchdown. And Pharaoh Brown on a difficult catch because he had a teammate right in the neighborhood.
Second and goal. Watson nowhere to go. Steps up. He's going to try to keep it inside the 5. Lowers the shoulder, and he takes it in.
Pretty good play by the quarterback and receiver in the last one, though.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to get any credit for it.
Now going back to the end zone, and it's an over-the-shoulder catch and a touchdown by Duke Johnson.
He wants Deshaun to do.
1st and 15. Lofts this one for Fuller. He's open. Touchdown, Houston.
The Lions, Tigers, Red Wings, and Pistons games all play within a few city blocks.
Look at Duke Johnson tosses it back. And wide open is Fuller for the touchdown.
First and goal. Watson trying to get around Mingo to the end zone, and a catch by QT. Touchdown.
Just in time, the blitz is on. The throw, touchdown Texans!
First down now, inside the 40-yard line.
Flea flicker.
Watson gonna go deep, has his man. It is caught for the David Johnson reaching. Touchdown. Mills throws, pass caught, touchdown, Miller.
Mills with time, scrambling right, throws on the run, and it is caught. Oh, what a catch! Chris Moore, and he will go. Ingram, it's a flea flicker. Mills looking deep for Conley. He's got him. Touchdown!
We don't want anything cheap over the top, and then you break up and you make the tackles and test the patience of the offense.
Blitz is on.
And he won't be happy with that.
Brandon Cooks, and that's a Texans touchdown.
You break up and you make the tackles and test the patience of the offense.
Blitz is on.
And he won't be happy with that.
Brandon Cooks, and that's a Texans touchdown.
Trying to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Taylor moving. He's got some room at the 5. Touchdown! Amendola tripped in motion. Taylor rolling left. Taylor's going to keep it himself. He dives for the end zone, and he's in! Touchdown, Texans!
A much different circumstance after the penalty. 3rd and 11. Knocks him back behind the 40-yard line. Taylor pulls the ball under to the end zone. It is caught. Cooks. Touchdown. Incredible catch. We'll check the flag. Looked like there may have been a defensive contact there, and Cooks.
Mills rolling right, throws over the middle, wide open. Cooks, touchdown! What an opening drive by the Texans. Quick pass, it's Cooks, blockers ahead. Cooks turns on the Jets. Cooks, see you later. Touchdown, Texans. His 2nd off the day, and that should do it here in Jacksonville. Quick pass, it's Cooks, blockers ahead. Cooks turns on the Jets. Cooks, see you later. Touchdown, Texans. From here, it would be a 59-yard field goal. Mills, he's looking deep down the field again. He's got a man and a touchdown. Chris Conley. His 2nd touchdown of the season, and what a throw by Davis Mills. Here offensively, they haven't had any today. Burkhead, it's a flea flicker. Back to Mills, wide open is Moore. He's got it, touchdown! Mills surveys the scene, rolls left, throws back, wide open, touchdown! 2nd down and 10. Mills looking deep for Amendola. He's got it! Another one! Danny Amendola turning back the clock. Mills looking deep for Amendola. He's got it! Another one!
Yeah, it's a gain of 33 on the penalty. Cooks to the near side. Mills looking toward the end zone. Pass is complete. Touchdown Texans. O.J. Howard, the veteran, just signed this week.
O.J. Howard, surprise.
Pierce behind Heck, and he is in for a touchdown. First NFL touchdown for Dameon Pierce, and the Texans take the lead.
Talk about that next man up mentality. It seems like everybody's taking that to heart.
Get up, get up. The pitch to Pierce. Good blocking on the perimeter, and there he goes. Across midfield, inside the 10, and he'll take it to the house 75 yards with a monster Troy Hairston block to Springham.
2nd and goal, Texans. I'd run it again. You got overload to the right. Pierce on the take, and he bangs it in.
and the Houston Texans retake the lead here in Jacksonville.
To get after the passer, but this is their down.
Mills looking, throwing, touchdown to Philip Dorsett.
Phillips had some growing pains last year. He transitioned from the defensive line to linebacker as a rookie. Always a challenge. What a player he's become. That pass caught over the middle. It's Akins. Akins taking on tacklers. And he bangs his way in for the touchdown.
Chiefs with 4 in the secondary. Second down, goal at the 8. Touchdown. Pretoriano makes the grab. The rookie out of Oregon State. 8-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans score first here in Houston. We have a second down and 10. Blocked by Freeman, blocked by Tunsil. Messy pocket. There he goes. Mills on the run. Room to roam. And touchdown! "17-yard touchdown run by quarterback Davis Mills." Chiefs with 5 in the secondary. The quarterback is Davis Mills. Tunsil a block. Mills caught. Flag. Touchdown. Aiken working on Willie Gay. Let's see what the flag is all about.
Well, it's going to be right in the same direction of where Gay and Akins were working, so it's either a push-off
contact, number 50 defense,
or illegal contact.
Decline, result of the play, touchdown.
Mills looking left. Fires end zone for Cooks. He's got it! Touchdown! There is a flag down.
Colts playing their ultra prevent defense on 4th and 20. Mills buying some time, fires towards the end zone, and it is caught.
Oh my word.
Improbable. Akins.
It went right through his hands. I thought it was an interception.
On 3rd down and 6. Dalton Schultz in motion, the tight end. Stroud from the pocket for the end zone. The catch made! It's Nico Collins for a Texans touchdown. Three tight ends are in. Pierce squirms, and he's in for the touchdown. Dameon Pierce. Stroud to throw, the blitz is on. He floats one wide open, and there he goes. Tank down, all the way in for a Texan touchdown. A blitz-beating 68-yarder. Rookie to rookie.
You had a great first drive, but just so many mistakes inside.
Stroud, little sidearm delivery to the end zone. It's Nico Collins.
Is this a Stroud rush for a touchdown? No. Floating one for the end zone, and caught! Dalton Schultz with a Texan touchdown. 8 straight runs. Stroud fires. Touchdown Texans! Robert Woods from C.J. Stroud.
It's Beck that gets it. The fullback straight ahead, and he gets in. Andrew Beck, just his 3rd carry of the year, his first touchdown, and Houston takes the lead. It's a sneak. Did he get in? We're waiting for the signal. Yes, they say it's a touchdown for Stroud, and Houston has the lead back.
It's good research by you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Not Elvis. He
sorry.
likes horses.
Oh, yeah, horses. My bad.
Stroud makes the connection with Brown. Straddling the sideline. Does he have the angle? He does. Touchdown. "75 yards. And then Devin White got some of the business at the end of the play. Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown! Tank Dell! Perfectly thrown by C.J. Stroud right in the bucket. And now, can they win it? Stroud to the end zone. Touchdown! Tank Dell! C.J. Stroud leads a magical drive.
Super Bowl run a couple years ago, AFC Championship run last year. Quiet today, pitch out, first to go. Singletary is in. A rushing touchdown for Devin Singletary. 6-yard touchdown run. It's his first as a Texan. An incredible response by the Houston Texans to that Bengal touchdown moments ago. First and goal. Stroud, he's got 6. He's in for the touchdown. C.J. Stroud's second rushing touchdown this season. That good from 8 yards. And the Texans back on top by a larger margin.
Now you see the Texans come back and spread it back out.
On third down, Boone, by the way, in the backfield. Pass is caught. It's a diving grab. Sliding toward the goal line is Dalton Schultz. Did he get in? He says he did. Touchdown, Texans. Texans trying to get some points at the end of this half. They also will get the football to begin the second half. Stroud on first down. He was looking downfield. He's going downfield toward the end zone. Dell, a leaping grab. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
C.J. Stroud just directed that play because once he broke the pocket, he pointed to Tank Dell and said, turn it up.
Third down and 6. Stroud, he's got a lane to run. He throws. Collins, touchdown! CJ does it again!
An untimed down with Stroud, first and goal. Singletary the back, the call, Bowden the block, and a touchdown for the Texans. Andrew Beck with the lead block, and in they go on a 1-yard touchdown run.
Well, now Nico Collins heading to it. Now dumps it off. Brevin Jordan, he's in. It's a Texan touchdown.
And there's more to talk about that as Stroud, little play action to start. Good protection, airs it out for Collins. He's got it. One play, touchdown, Texans. 75 yards to start the night for number 7.
And the big run to set this up. And what could be the final play of this first quarter. Fake the pitch, find Collins, got good blocking. Collins has the corner, and he finds it. Touchdown, Houston. What a response.
A couple weeks ago, gave up 13 pressures.
We got Fant in at left tackle as this one goes to Brevin Jordan, the tight end. Makes a man miss, and then shows off the speed. Jordan, pedal to the middle. He's gone. Touchdown, Texans, 76 yards. Play action for Stroud. Good protection. Loads it up. Fires downfield. Excellent touch. Perfectly delivered. Touchdown, Dalton Schultz. Stroud strikes again for 37 yards. Another red zone opportunity. Play clock down. They will wind as much as they can. Singletary makes the cut. Singletary, touchdown.
Play action for Stroud. He's going to take a deep shot down the field. Nico Collins is there. He goes up, and he's got it. What a catch by Nico Collins. A 57-yard gain. Stroud on the slant. He's got Diggs, who's got a touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown as a member of the Houston Texans. And it gives Houston an automatic first down. Mixon, head of steam, running left, takes it in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon having a big day here on opening Sunday of the 2024 season.
And if they don't make it here, they got to go 98 yards to get in the end zone.
4th and goal, Stroud throws, caught, touchdown! Stephon Diggs, his second of the game. And Ryans rolls the dice and it pays off.
No targets to Stephon Diggs in that opening quarter. On 2nd and long, Stroud throws in the middle. It's Collins, flag is down as Collins goes to the end zone for a touchdown.
Why don't you smile more out there? I get locked in. I am becoming more aware of where the camera is at all times. Deep shot. Stroud. Nico Collins is gone. Touchdown. Houston. 67 yards on the bomb.
1st and goal. Stroud, Tunsil the block. Mixon, touchdown. And just like that, 2 possessions, 2 touchdown passes. That for 10 yards. It's 1st and 10. Pierce getting a block outside from Schultz, finding room. There he goes. It's a foot race with Tavai and Gonzalez, who pushes him out before he hits the pylon. No, they give it to him. It's a touchdown. A 54-yard touchdown run. Damian Pierce.
Very aware of situational ball in these spots. Stroud throws to the end zone. Held on, touchdown, Mechie.
Texans aren't spending a lot of time at the line of scrimmage once they get up there. Hand to Mixon, cut back. Joe Mixon, goodbye. Touchdown, Texans. Mixon, touchdown, Texans. And the second half drought is over for Houston.
No interceptions thrown either. Just gets the snap off. They bring pressure. It's picked up. Stroud throws wide open. Dalton Schultz, and he will waltz in for a Houston touchdown.
Ogunbowale is the running back. 3rd down and 4. Blocked by Tunsil on Ogba. Stroud, end zone, touchdown. Collins. And they cash in on the fumble by Tagovailoa.
Mixon has at least 100 yards rushing and a touchdown in 6 straight road games on the season. Back to the air for Stroud. Stops. Deep shot. Stroud, end zone. Caught in the bucket for Dell on a touchdown. And Dell is down after the play.
Tunsil is an eligible lineman on the left side of the offensive line. Irv Smith goes in motion. Stroud throws to his left. Pass is complete. Touchdown, Nico Collins. Nico Collins with his 7th touchdown reception. A little shoving at the end of that play. Oh, that is a great honor to be put in the same category. Here's Pierce, and Pierce is going to break free. He's going to go all the way with one man to beat. Mike Brown is trailing him, and Pierce inside the 10 into the end zone. 92 yards for Damian Pierce, and the Texans are feeling good. It's 13-0.
13th play of the drive. 1:02 on the clock. Stroud laces it. Touchdown! Nico Collins! Texans on the board. 4th and 1. It's Mixon. First down and more. Mixon hits the pylon. Touchdown, Texans.
Dominate this 3rd quarter. 15th play of the drive. Over 10 minutes. There's a hand to Mixon. He's got a lane and a touchdown. Woody Marks, a rookie running back from USC, now in the backfield next to Stroud. on first down. End zone shot. Collins. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. What a catch. What a throw.
Set up our offense at midfield and try to get ourselves a touchdown.
C.J. Stroud wide open. Collins. And it's a Sunday stroll in the park. A 50-yard strike. New ball game.
Third down and 3. Pressure off the edge. Picked up. Stroud going deep. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown. Jaden Higgins. And the rookie has the first of his career.
My mom ever saw me was when it was a screen pass and I got out in the open like that.
More ground, more pound, the cutback. Woody Marks. Second touchdown of the game.
Dime package. Stroud hangs in there, throws, it's caught for the touchdown. Nico Collins. And Houston is humming
To establish some of that run identity.
And it is a run to Nick Chubb. Chubb could go all the way and does. Touchdown, Texans.
10th play of this drive for the Texans. Stroud looking for 6. Open touchdown. Jaden Higgins, his second of the year.
Davis Mills.
What a rush, Walker.
Steps up. He's going to run. Mills looking for the pylon. He's got the angle. Touchdown, Texans.
Play fake. Pass. Wide open. Touchdown. Christian Kirk pulls it in.
Shotgun for Stroud. Fake it and then give it to Collins. Looking to turn it upfield. He will for the touchdown. On the ground, Nico Collins hits pay dirt. Texans go back in front.
Stroud well protected, and there's Nico Collins. And Nico Collins will glide into the end zone. An opening drive, Texan touchdown. How about that? Back to the Texans. Stroud will get out of it. Throws on the move. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz. Tying the Texans' tight end record. 3rd and goal. Stroud. End zone. Touchdown. Nico Collins.
And Blake Fisher now in the ball game, the extra offensive lineman.
Stroud to the air, throwing, touchdown, Dalton Schultz. Too easy for Houston, and they have their first offensive score today.
Stroud trying to get it through the air. He goes deep for Higgins. Caught. Higgins. Touchdown, Texans, 75 yards. What a play, Kurt Warner, up top to start it. Nick Chubb now in the game. Fake to him. Stroud over the middle. And he's got another open receiver for a touchdown. It's Noel on Christmas. 43 yards. The Texans have come out on fire.
And it's 2nd and 3. Fake toss. Wide open. Spinning catch. Kirk touchdown. Strong play and a good catch by Kirk. Ball a little behind him, and the Texans have their first lead of the night. Decisions to be made as they go forward. 1st down and goal, ball back outside the 10 as Marks has his first 100-yard game and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Here they come. Stroud, end zone, Kirk, touchdown.